The Oxford Dictionary defines the word bitch as a spiteful or unpleasant woman. To many, many women, the word bitch is considered a huge insult because, whether we're aware of it or not, we as little girls are often raised with the idea that we must be nice, quiet, pretty, pleasant, even demure. But what if I told you that you need to embrace your inner bitch? That each of us women has an inner bitch, and that denying her or repressing her means denying an important part of yourself and is actually getting in your own way. In fact, let's reclaim that word altogether. What if bitch stood for babe in total control of herself? Or beautiful, intelligent, talented, charming, and hellacious? Both of these acronyms spell bitch, and they are both a part of you at your most glorious, integrated self. Could you get behind a term like that? Hi, I'm Fiona Fine, Editor-in-Chief of the e-magazine Women Who Run It. Your life, your love, your terms. I want to show you how to befriend your inner bitch and how you will win her onto your side. After all, your inner bitch points you towards areas of your life where you feel shortchanged, where you're cranky and unfulfilled, where she has to have her way because she is not being heard. Does this sound familiar? Let me be clear though. Your inner bitch is different from bitching, venting, criticizing, or making those around you totally miserable. She is not about venting or wallowing in intolerance or anger. Your inner bitch is a powerful force that you can harness if only you can give yourself the permission to do so. It sounds odd, I know, but sometimes I totally adore my inner bitch. She can be my very best friend, coach, or trainer because she is fearless in expressing herself. But to harness her power, I have to be aware of her, acknowledge her, and learn how to party with her. So your inner bitch isn't about realizing that those parts of you that are all that make you human. When you channel her, you channel the parts of your life that you're unhappy about, the parts that make you unfulfilled or angry or sad. Don't withhold your feelings because you're afraid that people will not see you as, quote, nice. If you bottle up your inner bitch, she is going to find a way to make herself known, and probably at a time and place where she might do some damage, either to you, your career, your relationship, or maybe even your health. Because unrepressed emotion is a huge potential source of disease and stresses the immune system. But when you give your inner bitch the permission to exist, that is when you can be all you can be, 100% you, and that is where true feminine power really begins. It is uniquely a feminine power because there is no male equivalent to bitch. The art of parting with your inner bitch, as I call it, is about approving and celebrating your dark side. The dark side, the shadow side as some call it, that's where your true power lies. And power isn't a four-letter word, so we shouldn't treat it as such. Our feminine power is what makes relationships work. It is where our passion comes from. So are you questioning even maybe as to whether or not you have an inner bitch? You have one. We all do. Think about all those times your husband or partner forgot to do the dishes, or you got ticked off and somebody cut you off on the highway, or you were treated rudely by a sales clerk. Did you say something? Did you get results? Did you stand up for yourself? Or did you just let it go and feel all the built-up of emotion without any real release? That is your inner bitch either coming out to play or you repressing her. Think of her as a really good orgasm. You can feel the build-up, and ideally you can choose whether you're going to feel that release or you're going to keep it all bottled up inside. Learning how to dance and party with your inner bitch is like learning how to have really great orgasms. They both have tremendous power and the ability to make you feel great if you let it happen. So, my inner bitch is called intolerance. For another woman, it may be impatience or injustice, even indifference, or just plain old anger. No matter what her name is, each bitch has her own set of triggers that will set her clamoring to be free. Your inner bitch has the power to make a difference in your world, but that power is a double-edged sword. So let me give you an example. Years ago, in the summer of 1995, I had my second car accident, and it left me disabled with a condition that the doctor said I would have to live with in constant pain for the rest of my life. But after the shock wore off a bit and I was fed up wallowing in my poor me story, my inner bitch, my babe, woke up and yelled at me, "No, this is not acceptable. I choose not to live this way, and I will prove that I can reclaim my life." So the part of me that can be bitchy and intolerant and say things like standing in a holiday lineup or something like that, that's the part that kicked my butt and my ego into gear after each car accident, and it allowed me to figure out to live a fully spectacular life. And believe me, I have had a phenomenally spectacular life, even though I still live in pain sometimes. So take a really good look at what gets you angry. What is it that pushes you to the wall until you're ready to snap? Knowing your triggers is going to make all the difference of whether you're using your bitch as a positive or a destructive force. When you feel that build up, or you feel like you're going to snap and you're going to unleash your bitch in the worst possible way, here are some methods that you can try. Number one, walk away and say no. Give yourself permission to get out of situations that are going to trigger you. Use the positive power of your inner bitch to risk the displeasure of those around you and to do what is right for you. Number two, blog, journal, write. Write down everything that makes you angry or makes you stew. Write anything that you're afraid to say for fear of people's perceptions of you or that you think are going to blow up in your life. Number three, have your own personal bitch fest, either with yourself or with your girlfriends. It can help to put issues into perspective, and it can be pretty calming. Nothing is off limits during these bitch fests. Number four, don't get caught up in the details of the story. Yes, he cheated, or your boss pissed you off, or the dude in the car cut you off, and so on and so on. Get over the details. It can be too easy to get mired in recounting the actual nitty-gritty story itself and focusing on all the details or wallowing in the story. You need to move past the story, get to the emotions that you're feeling. It is by recognizing the emotions and feeling them and moving them through your body that you're going to be able to more quickly harness the positive aspects and release the negative aspects of your inner bitch. Once you can recognize the emotions and feel them welling up, you can then choose to release the parts that don't serve you, that are nothing but unproductive and negative. And therefore, you can start to focus on actions and solutions and/or on your healing. So, give yourself permission to vent and ask permission of others to vent. Call up a girlfriend or speak to your partner. Tell them that you need to speak with somebody and yet make sure that they have the time, energy, and headspace to listen to you. Write down and look for trends and triggers in your journal or blog. Trust me, it can be your own personal bitch Bible, as I call it. One last point. It is cliche, yet when I point or wag my finger at somebody else, there are actually 3 fingers pointing back at me. So in many cases, it is our own behavior or our own tolerance level that we don't really like. And the 3 fingers pointing back inwards remind us that we need to hold up a mirror to see our own behaviors. A woman who is a babe in total control of herself is a very appealing woman. She knows who she is from the inside out and does not accept anything less than the very best in her life. She is a babe in total control of herself. I'm Fiona Fine, Editor-in-Chief of the e-magazine, Women Who Run It. Your life, your love, your terms. We are all about stopping the frazzled, time-sucking search for answers and clearing the path to getting you the relationships, career, health, fitness, money, and yes, even sex of your dreams. So come join us, a community of self-proclaimed bitches and a place where you can learn how to harness the power of your inner bitch. Go to the www.womenwhorunit.com/party with my inner bitch. Join us as we create a community of strong, successful, super achieving women who are the true essence of a babe in total control of herself.